Alright guys, my God, what a couple of weeks it has been. As you are probably aware, I did not upload a Homebrew Wednesday last week. It got late, we were busy trying to sort stuff out at home. I was trying to sort out the smash beer out, more about that in a second, and so I thought, bollocks to it. I ain't rushing about. I will just do a catch up the following week. So we've missed one. Have you missed me? Shame on you if you haven't. So yes, I am somewhat relieved at the moment because the smash beer left the house today. It has been, forgot to cough. The smash beer has left the house. It got posted today, Zippy. Special next day delivery, so it should be with you tomorrow. But when you watch this, it will already have happened because I'm filming this on the Monday. Keep forgetting it's Monday. So yeah, what's been going off? Well, we've been casting. Got Paul involved on the fortnightly cast that happens on a Thursday night. We got off to a bit of a bumpy start. I'd been fiddling about with the audio settings to try and get the mixer and the new mic sort of set up, and I didn't manage it in time, so I had to just do it how I was doing it before, but I forgot to set my settings back, so a good sort of hour and a half of the cast, maybe longer, was a bit messed up, but thanks for the guys for staying with me. I think we got up to about 40 viewers at one point. Which for a Thursday night ain't bad at all. But Paul has joined me now. I'm persuading him to do the next one with me. I'm pretty sure he will. But I think he left the night thinking that it didn't go as well as I thought it did. So if you enjoyed Paul being on the cast, leave a comment below and like the video so I can show him when I go to see him, because I'm going to see him in the week, and it might just spur him on to join me again. If, however, you didn't enjoy it, then I won't tell him. So yeah, the cast is going all right. It can only get smoother, God hopes. And of course, Harry was casted on Friday night. That was another good night. Jonah's been throwing up a cast. Zippy's been throwing up a cast. And so it's been quite a busy weekend, but that's good. It's sort of gone very quickly because we've been busy having fun. I got the midnight brew out of the fermenter. I took it out of the fermentation chamber. It was a bit of a funny one because it was a late bloomer. Didn't really have much out of it for a couple of weeks, or a week or so, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere it started fermenting. Like Billy O. I think in the last Homebrew Wednesday I touched on it, but it's stopped fermenting now. I've brought it out to sort of clear and chill down. And what I'm going to do is, later on in the week, I'll probably do a hydrometer reading and I'll pop it up on Facebook. If you haven't already got me on Facebook, then go over, New to Homebrew, find me on Facebook, and yeah, I put a picture up of how it looked. I think if I can get it, here it is, looking dark and mysterious. But as you can see, it looked like it had a bit of a party on its own. I was worried I might have got an infection in it, but so far it's smelling good. I haven't tasted it yet, so fingers crossed for the Midnight Mystery. Brings me on to the next beer, the Smash beer. Right, let's run through it because this one has been a bit of a bastard. I'm going to run through the recipe. I'm going to run through why I fucked it up, I want to run through the problems I was having right up to the day of bottling. This is why I'm relieved that it's sort of left me now. Just to clarify, I am not part of the official Spring Smash Off 2014 due to the fact that it is no longer a smash. But I have posted the beers out because Zippy said, well, send them out and we can taste them for you and let you know what we think. I ain't promising anything, guys. In fact, I urge you, Zippy, to quarantine the beers as soon as they land with you. Put them somewhere that's well contained with a lid on it, just in case they start fermenting again. But let's explain why. I started the smash off with, let's consult the diary, 8 kilograms of Maris Otter. We did a 60-minute boil for 28 grams of Cascade. Half an hour into the boil we did a 40 grams of Cascade. Towards 10 minutes towards the end of the boil we put in another 20 grams and then we did a 30 gram Cascade steep for 20 minutes. This is where I cocked up the smash. This is where it no longer became a smash. I went to dry hop it for 7 days after it had cleared out, and I picked the wrong hop package out of the freezer, and for some unknown reason I didn't check the label properly, and I ended up dry hopping it with East Kent Goldings, thus making it not a single grain smash, single malt and single grain. It's a single malt and double grain. And double hop. Fucking hell, have I been drinking? So it is no longer a smash, guys. But I don't think I was going to be uplifting any trees or uprooting any trees with it anyway. I mashed for 90 minutes. I was just sort of going out of my comfort zone a bit and trying different things, but not really knowing the full ins and outs of the steps. So I need to learn from this. I did a non-sparge runoff, so whatever I yielded from the grains just went into the boil pot. Now I was talking to Tiny and he said when you're doing a no sparge mash, you should recirculate the wort back over the grains to sort of rinse the sugars out of them, possibly heat the mash up so it's rinsing them out, almost like a mash out, but with using the wort, so you're not adding extra water. I also boiled the wort for an hour before starting the hour hop addition, so it had 2 hours, so it boiled down sort of to 2 gallons, 2.5 gallons, 3 gallons, around that mark. And I got a reading of 1063 right before I pitched the yeast. The yeast I was using was US 4. On talking to Harry and some of the guys, possibly not the best yeast to use. Probably should have used some US 05 or a Nottingham Ale yeast. But nevertheless, that was the yeast I used. It fermented vigorously for 4 days. My notes saying here that it was fermenting for 4 days, and on day 5 fermentation was slowing. So it sort of had a week of fermenting, and then it was left in the chamber for a further week, just because I didn't want to rush it, and I was busy that week. I then took it out the fermentation chamber to sort of chill and let the sediment settle down to the bottom, and didn't get anything out of the blow-off tube at all. There was no activity whatsoever, and it was out for a further 3 weeks, I think it was. I then took a hydrometer reading, and the reading I got from 1063, the starting gravity, I got a reading of 1040. So something was amiss. I brought it inside. I went straight onto the Facebook, like I was telling the guys in the last Homebrew Wednesday. I didn't know what to do. They suggested pitching some yeast nutrients, which I did, and I also pitched another packet of yeast, kept it warm inside, and a few more bubbles came through the blow off, but nothing to sort of scream about. And then last night on the Sunday, took another hydrometer reading just before bottling it, and still no change. It hadn't dropped from 1040, and that's after warming it up, yeast nutrients, pitching more yeast and leaving it for 2 weeks in the warmth. Still done nothing. It's still at 1040. So it's been a balls up, and it's been a bit of a damn mystery. It's the first time it's ever happened to me, ladies. So I'm at a loss, really. I'd love you to leave your comments below on your ideas or your input of what you think might have happened, because at the minute I can't learn from the mistake because I don't know what has gone wrong. So yeah, that was it really. Even with me sort of adding the wrong hops, it wasn't right anyway to start with. So I ended up bottling the beer. As you've probably seen, I put the pictures on Facebook. I bottled the beer, I put the labels on it. I'm quite happy with the name that I decided to give it, which was the Maris Notter Smash. So Zippy, that's why I'm saying to you, keep a lid on them when you get them. I've not overfilled the bottles, I've not over-primed them, so just keep an eye on them, matey. Don't want to take anyone's fingers off. So that's where the smash has finished with me. It's sort of been a bit of a disaster. What I will say is, although the beer is quite sweet, not overly sweet, but it is sweet. You still got that bitterness from the hops because I dry hopped it for 2 weeks as well. So it's been dry hopped for a week. It's a tad sweet, but it's good. It's not a terrible beer. It's not right by any stretch of the imagination. So I know when you guys are going to be tasting them, I know already that it's a cock up and it's not right. It shouldn't taste how it tastes. I quite like the taste. It's just a tad sweet, but it's nothing terrible. So when you're reviewing it or giving your input, I'd like to know what you think of it, even after the sort of cock up. So that's the smash. I can only put it down to the fact that I've got that much unfermentable sugars in it now. Only because it was at 1040. Another 2 weeks with fresh yeast and yeast nutrients, and it being nice and warm, perfect conditions, and it's still not fermented. So that's the smash. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's gone, and I'm just going to enjoy drinking the smash that I've kegged up. In fact, it's been a day already, gassed up. Let me go and get it, and I'll give you a taste. There she is. The head will improve. Obviously, it's not had long to carbonate at all. In fact, it's not that carbonated in the slightest. I only went on last night, but I just thought I'd give you a look at the colour. So that's the colour I got out of the Maris Otter. It's a bit chillazed and still got a bit of stuff floating about that will settle eventually in the keg and the bottles, but the smell is not bad actually. You wouldn't think it was as sweet as it is. It's quite a nice sort of smell. Get the hops definitely, and the taste. Yep, it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's not like a I'm drinking syrup sort of thing, but it's not right, guys. I may have made the first dessert beer. We live and learn. I can't even sort of explain how pissed off I am that I messed this one up, because I was looking forward to the smash competition. But there you go. That's the smash. At least the colour's nice anyway. Just sweet. It's got that sort of dark, strong Belgian sort of taste to it. You know, with the strong Belgians you get that sweet sort of caramelised flavour. So it's not bad. I've had sweeter, but it's not right. Never mind. Put it down to experience and move on. I'm not going to dwell on it. It's done. I'm looking forward to brewing up the SJ beer, which I'll talk about in next week's Homebrew Wednesday, because this one is sort of getting on for 20 minutes long. I apologise. So I'm just going to leave it with this. I'm going to be casting not this Thursday, the following Thursday, hopefully with Paul. Get over vaughanlive.tv /new to homebrew. If you hit the little follow button, then you'll get an email saying when I'm casting. And that's about it, guys. I've done rambling. This one had to be sort of long so I could explain what I'd done with the smash. So that's it. Keep safe, keep homebrewing, pinky out, learn from our mistakes, and I'm gone.